I don't know about you guys, but when I am not in the mood to clean, I watch extreme cleaning videos. And when I want to work out, but I'm not in the mood to work out, I watch workout videos. I just find a lot of motivation as I watch videos, and it makes me want to get up and do it myself. So I'm hoping that's what this video will be for you guys today. Because today I'm taking you guys to the office. I have a big day ahead of me, got a lot of things on my to-do list, and I'm gonna see just how productive I can be, smash out some goals, and see just how much I can get off of that to-do list. I find myself in a very unique position that I have not been in quite some time, which is that I am down to only 2 employees, just myself, Nikki, and then one of our new hires. Because of that, I've actually had to reduce the amount of listings that I am setting active every day. We are now down to 40, and I'm having to take on a lot of tasks that I'm not used to doing myself. So for those of you that are like, yeah, the only reason you can do that is because you have employees, listen, I'm almost there, okay? I'm almost back to doing everything myself. We are actively trying to hire, but in the meantime, I'm gonna get as much done as possible. And I thought what better way to motivate myself than filming it, timing it, and taking you guys along with me. So we're gonna get ready to head to the office and see just how productive I can be. Before we head on over to the office, I wanted to take a moment to thank a sponsor of today's video. So I don't want to oversell this to you, but I'm really excited about this company. Wild makes deodorants and other personal products that you can get via a subscription service or even a one-time purchase. They are best known for their reusable deodorant. So you guys, I just have to show you this. It's really cool. I have never seen something like this before, but basically you order a case, it comes empty, and then you order what you fill it with. I'm not going to take this all the way out, but you basically just squeeze the sides, pull this out, you insert your refill, push it in, twist, and it works like regular deodorant. That's so cool. They have a ton of scents. Right now I'm using Jasmine and Mandarin Blossom. Wild deodorant is a natural deodorant that is sustainable, has no harsh chemicals, and lasts all day. I'm gonna get to test out this product today because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be sweating. So here's the before. Just kidding, I'm not gonna show you my armpit. With their subscription service, you can get refills sent right to your door. You can try new scents whenever you like, and they also ship worldwide, so they will come to you. Wild has more than 20,000 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. They are a certified B Corporation and saved 102 tons of plastic from landfills in 2022. If you or somebody you know wants to make the switch to a more natural and sustainable product, then you can use my link down in the description box or scan the QR code here on the screen. I have an exclusive discount code for my subscribers. It is Cayley20. This code is not going to last long, so use it if you are interested. All right, let's go test out this deodorant. All right, so this is going to be my best friend today. I am going to time myself on some of these processes. Probably won't time everything, but there are a couple processes that I have not timed in a while, and just in general haven't even done in a while, and I'd like to see how fast I still am. If you don't use it, you lose it. I'm pretty sure that I've lost my speed. So we're gonna see kind of where I'm at today. Plus it just helps when you're hiring new hires to know about how long stuff should take. If you never timed your processes before, it is one of the most eye-opening things that you can do in your reselling business. So if you want, time along with me. I'm not exactly sure how many items we have to ship today, but I've got 2 platforms to ship out on, eBay and Poshmark. So let's get started. All right, timer is still going. It took me about 8-9 minutes to pull about 19 items for eBay. So I'm gonna get those packaged up and ready to ship out, and then I will do the same thing for the Poshmark items. I'm also gonna try to answer some frequently asked questions throughout this video, so we'll see what we come up with. One of the most frequently asked questions I get about shipping is, how does eBay shipping work? This is not that video. I do plan on making another one soon to kind of like really break down everything. Just a quick tip for you: if you are shipping out clothing, which is what most resellers are doing that are watching this channel, then you're probably going to want to use USPS, which is the United States Postal Service. And if you're shipping out with that, then you're probably only going to be using two options, one of which is Ground Advantage and the other is Priority Mail. Priority Mail is the faster of the two, so it's considered like an upgraded express one. If your buyer chooses Ground Advantage, then you can upgrade them to Priority because Priority Mail is faster. But if they choose Priority Mail at checkout, you cannot downgrade them to Ground Advantage. In some cases, shipping out Priority Mail can actually be cheaper, even though it's a faster service. So it really depends on where it's going in the country and how much it weighs. Rule of thumb we have here at the office for anyone that I'm teaching shipping: if your buyer selects Ground Advantage and it is less than $7, it is more than likely going to be your cheapest option. If it's more than $7 with Ground Advantage, then it actually might be cheaper to go Priority Mail, and then you can start looking at what Priority Mail is by weight and distance or one of the flat rate options. So it's time to start packaging these up and weighing them. Alright, so after getting all the eBay shipments ready, I thought I would share with you the best and the worst sale. So the worst sale is this Catherine's blue button-up top. Normally I do really like selling Catherine's. I don't know why this one sat for so long. I think it's because it's kind of a weird size. It's like a 3XW petite, whatever that means. So I think it was just the weird sizing that caused it to sit. But it sold for $14.76. Definitely not going to be too upset with that $15 selling price. And then my highest sale were these Raffaella Rossi, which is a newer brand to me, women's candy joggers. And they sold for $118.90. Great brand, great sell-through rate, great average sale price. I would definitely look them up. I've just always wanted to do that. All right, so right now we are at about 36 minutes in total for shipping. So I am going to get pulling those Poshmark orders. I think we have about 11 to pull for Poshmark, which that's a really low sales day for us. Let's get pulling those orders and then we'll crunch some numbers on the timing. All right, so worst sale on Poshmark was this Urban Outfitters top. I don't even know why I bought this because Urban Outfitters really does not sell that well for me. Occasionally I'll sell like a longer length dress or something, but in general, I tend not to pick it up. I don't know why I picked this one up. It's an extra small, it's kind of sheer, it's weird. I don't know, but it sold for a whole whopping $12. That was a mistake on my part picking that up. And then the best sale I had, which I feel like redeems the Urban Outfitters, is this Abercrombie & Fitch vintage Y2K women's pair of cargo pants. Now these had a couple of spots. I priced them real high, real high. I think at like $150, $125, something like that. Got an offer for $75 yesterday and I went ahead and took it, but vintage Y2K Abercrombie stuff, especially in the pants section, I'll definitely keep your eye out for those. All right, so I'm going to get to packaging these up and then we're going to head to the post office. All right, so we're at about 52 minutes, slightly over for shipping in total. So hang tight, I am about to drop a lot of numbers your way. All right, so I got like a million sticky notes here. Okay, so in total, it took me about 52.5, I rounded up slightly, 52.5 minutes in total to ship everything, which was 29 items between the two platforms. So divided out, it takes me about 1.81 minutes per item to ship, which is pretty good because on our like books and training documents, we estimate 2 minutes per item for a shipper. So it gives them a little bit of buffer room to be able to move at a reasonable pace, but not, frantically running around. Sales wise on eBay, just for the items alone, this does not include shipping, which I probably actually made some money on shipping because I get a commercial rate and the buyer pays the retail rate, but I'm not even including that right now. So shipping is just a wash for the sake of these numbers. But for all of the items on eBay, I got $579.41. Divide that out by the 18 items that had sold, makes my average sale price $32.19. And then on Poshmark, I sold $351 of item sales, divided by 11, the number that sold, makes the average item sale price $31.91. In total, I sold $930.41 that we shipped out today, divided by the total number of packages, 29, makes an average sale price of $32.08. So I think that's pretty good and continuing to go up, and hopefully we'll be able to reach my goal of 40 by the end of the year. Now I am going to head on out to the post office and then I will take you guys back and we'll do, I don't know, I got a lot of stuff. We'll see what we do first. It is very, very cold out there. All of a sudden, like this week, it just dropped to like below 30 degrees in Ohio. So that's been fun. So I just dropped the packages off at the post office. One of my most frequently asked questions regarding shipping is, why do I still take my items to the post office versus having them picked up from my doorstep? So quick rundown, I used to do the free pickup where you would schedule at least a day in advance and then they would just come to my door and pick up my packages, scan them there, and it worked out great. I had a little tote outside of my door, fill the packages up with it, and my post office person, the delivery person that picked up, was fantastic, and she just, she knew what the system was. But I moved and I also ship out a ton more packages now. Today's not, a good example of that. This is probably one of the lowest amounts we've shipped out in a while, but I'm shipping out significantly more, and most of the time it's not going to fit in one tote. Most of the time it doesn't even fit into one Hulk, and we usually have to bring two. Since I've moved, my delivery person is not the same person, and it sucks to say it, but like I just can't trust that person to pick up from us. I have gone back and forth several times with the post office trying to figure out a way to get packages consistently picked up by the same person from the office. And when I talked to my local postmaster about it, who we have, a very close, good relationship. I see them all the time. We know each other on a first name basis. We chit chat. When I mentioned that to him, he got super sad because when we bring items to the post office, it actually gives them hours. If you guys have ever worked retail, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, but basically they're able to hire more people because they have increased the amount of packages they're getting on a daily basis at the post office. So it's given them more hours and definitely benefited them, and they've been able to hire more people because of it. If we stop doing that, they would lose their hours and potentially, have to rearrange people a little bit over time. So I'm glad that our post office recognizes how much business we are bringing them and that we actually do benefit them at the local level. Because I know some of you have said your post offices are not that nice to you, which doesn't make any sense to me. So I discussed that with him and he was like, you know what, if you want to do it, like, I'll call, we'll make it happen. I guess there's like a commercial program through USPS. I went through that whole process, had somebody call me, talked me through it. Ultimately, it seemed way too complicated. I decided not to do it. And the main reason was to keep a good relationship with our post office. It's pretty much right down the road from us, and so it's not that hard to get to. And because they're used to us coming every day, they can pretty much literally hear our Hulkins rolling. So as soon as they hear us rolling Hulkins in, they're right at the side door, and they just swap the Hulkin from the day before. So I'm always swapping Hulkins, leaving a Hulkin there. They put any like wholesale returns or any packages I might have. Today I picked up some padded flat rates that I ordered. So they give me anything I am receiving, and then they take anything that I'm dropping off. They always scan everything, which is a huge concern for a lot of people, is making sure you get your packages scanned. If not, then your tracking doesn't update and eBay or Poshmark doesn't know that the package is shipped, and it can cause issues with your orders. Going to the post office every day takes me like 10 minutes or less, It keeps a really good relationship with them. They've honestly saved my butt a couple of times on some mistakes that we've made. And honestly, it is nice for both myself and the employees to just get out of the office every now and then. Change of scenery is good for some people. So that's why I'm choosing to continue to drive everything to the post office. Are things super inconvenient sometimes? Like on a Monday when I have 5 Hulkins and it barely fits in my car and I'm by myself? Yes, that's when I use the outside bins, roll it to my car, dump everything in. And sometimes they even come out and help me. But I just cannot beat the relationship that I get with my local post office by coming to the physical location. So that's why I'm still shipping instead of having it picked up. Let's head back to the office and get some more done. All right, so I really have 2 main things that I have to get done on my plate today. I just answered like customer questions, did some draft uploading, like a lot of the behind the scenes stuff that I didn't figure you guys would want to see. And now I'm ready to tackle my 2 largest tasks of today, one of which is wholesale, one of which is listing. And I don't really know which one I want to do first. I think I'm going to do wholesale first because I have a wholesaler who is waiting on me to respond to them about processing their order. So I think I'm going to do that first. This is where I am sitting at with wholesale right now. I put a huge dent in it last week while Nikki was on vacation, but more came in. You can see some stuff over there. And if you guys didn't see that Instagram post, I had that whole area filled up with wholesale. I already have a partial batch here in the back. And so Nikki already went through some of them, and I'm going to open up the rest of the bags and check for flaws, check for holes, and I will get back with a wholesaler in case we need any credits. But look at this amazing stuff, you guys. I have Doc Martens in wholesale. Like, that's great. One of my most frequently asked questions when it comes to wholesale is, what do I do if an item shows up not as described? This happens pretty often. I'm not gonna lie. It happens more often than I would like it to. So we had to put some things in place. Long story short, whenever somebody signs up to wholesale with us, we basically lay out the groundwork in the beginning. We say, this is what happens when this happens. This is how you get paid. This is how we want things shipped. And we lay everything out. During that layout process with the ground rules, one of the things we talk about is what happens if an item comes and it has a hole, or I have to wash it, or I have to throw it away because it is so bad that I can't even sell it at a decreased value. So what we do with almost every single wholesaler is, if we have to wash an item, or if an item has decreased value because of a spot or a hole, but we still decide to list it, we ask for a half credit. So if I paid $5 for something, then I would expect $2.50 back. And then if I had to throw away an item, or an item was missing, then I asked for a full credit back. So if I paid $5, I would want $5 back. That method has seemed to work pretty good for most of our wholesalers, and it's just, yeah, for almost everybody, the ground rules that we lay out. This is a really weird dress.
Is it Lily Pulitzer?
It's Lily Pulitzer for Pottery Barn Kids, so it's a collab. Interesting. right, so all in all, that was a really good wholesale lot. Got some really great men's pieces. I think I showed you guys a couple of them. Lots of like Pendleton, loved it. So I received about 65-ish items in that batch. I think there were about 5 in total that had issues. Several of them had a couple of stains, need some spot treating to see if it'll come out. One of them was missing the 2 bottom buttons, and then one of them was like a cashmere piece with a hole in it that was kind of hard to see until you kind of like fan it out. So all in all, not bad. I'm gonna get with that wholesaler and let them know the issues we have and hopefully get some credits. Doing listings now, I have like a small handful of things. I'm not sure how many are here. I would say about 15 to 20 things that are kind of older and have been sitting in drafts since last week, and I need to get them listed and up so that the drafts don't go corrupt on eBay, and they just quite frankly need processed through. So I'm going to start with those. If I have any extra time, then I will list some more, but I'm going to do this batch right now. I do have some like shoes in this batch that I need to clean, so it's going to be a minute. I'm going to get to timing because I am interested to see how long it takes me to list. This is most people's biggest time constraint, and so I try to work really hard to make sure it is not a constraint for me. But like I said, it has been a really long time and I'm probably pretty slow. One of my most frequently asked questions about the listing process is how I take photos and like what all photos do we take. So I am going to actually do a screen record with you guys, and you'll be able to see exactly the pictures that I'm taking and how I'm taking them. Alright guys, I just finished listings. I'm timing myself all dang day. And I finally have some numbers to share with you. So listing in itself, which is, you know, everything but the photos, including the uploading, it took me 82 minutes in total to do 19 items worth of listings, which averages out to about 4.3 minutes. Now, granted, I did have to do comps on a lot of it because a lot of it did not have pricing yet. Shame on me. I should have had that already done. But we did have like a batch in the drafts that just simply wasn't priced. So I attribute some of the time to that. 4.3 minutes. So everything in total averages out to about 6.95 minutes per item. That is like total process. Photos, prepping, uploading, listing it, putting it away, everything. a little under 7 minutes per item, and I feel like that is really slow for me. We give our employees an average time of 8 minutes per listing, and that just really ensures that they have enough time to kind of perfect the listing, make sure nothing's wrong, and do it right. I do feel like that is a lot of time per item, but some of the stuff is higher end, so we have to, you know, put it on a mannequin or stuff like that. All in all, yeah, a little under 7 minutes per item. I feel like I could beat that. I feel like we're gonna have to do another video where I time again. Let me know if you guys want to see that down below. And also drop your times down below. Maybe it would be a good reference point for you to come back to. Maybe set your time per listing down here, and then a month from now, come back to the same comment and see if you have improved. But that's it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching. Hope that you found it somewhat motivating, timing yourself and just working with me. I do love making these videos. I'm already working anyways. I'm already timing anyways, so why not film it? I do have to say, that deodorant, it passed the hustle test. So it is hustle approved, and I did sweat. It was a lot. I have been running all over the place. I have been doing a lot more than what is just filmed on video today. That's it for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching. If you do like these videos, then consider subscribing down below and hitting the notification bell. That way you'll be notified every single time I post content. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, link and coupon code to WILD will be down below in the description if you are interested. But yeah, stop watching YouTube videos and get back to work.